Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our Behind Her Brand Monday Morning Brew. I got one of my favorite coffees here, drinking one of my favorite coffees from For the Culture Coffee. They have some of the most smoothest and boldest flavors. I'll share more later about them, but great coffee. Um, but I woke up this morning and I just felt like this is going to be such a really good week. I felt like I don't know, like when I saw my female owned, I was thinking, this is a week that I'm really going to make some major moves in my company. So I don't know about you, how you woke up this morning. I hope you woke up feeling good, refreshed, ready to have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. Um, but that being said, we're going to start off just behind her Monday morning brew with a question. And then I wanted to share why I want to ask this question. I would love to know from each person logging in today, no matter when you log in today, what is the best and most, I would say, impactful business advice you've ever received that has shaped how you show up as a business owner? I would love to just flood this particular brew with some really good advice. What is the best advice you've ever received that has really helped you and you've carried it with you? And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this real quick, and then I can't wait to see what your responses are. I had a really, really amazing follow-up meeting with, I should say follow-up meeting, catch up with a mentor that I've had since I was in my 20s. Amazing, amazing, amazing guy. And I remember when I approached him in my 20s and I said to him, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I said, but it feels like every time I'm going into meetings and trying to represent my clients and this and the other, I don't always feel like I'm getting the respect that I feel like I deserve. I know I'm young, I know this and the other, but I feel like I'm approaching things professionally. I was going on and on, and he's sitting there and he's sipping his water, and he said, here's the problem in a nutshell. You're way too nice. He said, that's it. You're too nice. And I was like, that can't be it. This guy, like, he still is very successful business owner, and I kept thinking, that's what you got from me. I'm too nice, and he saw that I was looking confused, and I didn't say anything, and he said, um, Kim, here's the thing. You can be nice. I'm not telling you not to be who you are. He says that's the fabric of who you are. He says, but here's the thing. You have allowed being nice you've allowed people to take who you are, a trait that he goes, I know I admire about you, and turn it around and weaponize against you. People don't respect you. They don't respect your boundaries. He said they use you. They take advantage of you. He says, I remember a situation, and we have been traveling with some clients of ours, and he said, and when you got from the table, they told me how they did a deal with you and how they intentionally screwed you because they knew that you wouldn't push back. He said, she's so nice, she's not even going to notice it. And he says, so now they're interpreting it that you're not smart and that you're not savvy and you're not this. And I was just like, wait a minute, all of this for me just being nice and treating people, with fair. He goes, yes. He goes, yes. He said, you have to balance that with boundaries. You have to balance that with wisdom. You have to balance that with even saying, you know what, I can be nice, but I also need to be this over here too. I need to make sure that I'm sharp. I'm looking at things clearly, this, that, and the other. He says, because people will use that against you. And he says, for the next 30 days, he gave me a challenge to do. Hence probably why I like challenges today. um, I want you to, when you think about conversations with your clients and vendors and meeting planners, another time I was running a speaker agency, look at how you're showing up and look at how they're treating you. He goes, people love working with you. He says, but do they ever ask you for more things because they know that you won't say no? Do they ever kind of push the envelope a little bit? Do they ever say, I know that's their fee, but hey, we'll do this instead? Do they ever try to do things that they know they would not ask someone else to do? I did that for 30 days and it changed everything for me. It did. I noticed that everything he said was true. And I noticed that I was opening the door for disrespect. I was opening the door for people to take advantage. I was opening the door for the very things that I wasn't feeling comfortable about as a businesswoman. I'm opening up the door to them. And that month changed my entire way of doing business. I was like, you know what? I'm going to really work on still being nice, but tightening up, executing more wisdom, executing more boundaries, executing more awareness of the situation. And that, when I tell you it changed everything for me, it just did. And it's funny because this morning I was flipping through Instagram, looking at something, and I saw Viola Davis post this post, and she wrote on here. She goes, she didn't write it. It's a graphic she put up. She goes, "My life got better when I realized I didn't have to be nice. Nice got me ran over, stressed out, and disrespected." And it says, "I'm not nice. I'm a good person. That's the difference." And it's interesting because I know as women, and I know some men watch this too, but I know as women, sometimes how we show up, being nice, being caring, being warm, can be misinterpreted as that we're not savvy, we're not, um, that we're easily manipulated. I've heard someone say that one time. And it's funny to me because you always want to show um, that you are nice and that you are friendly and all the things. You know, you don't want no one wants to work with someone that they don't feel connected to, right? There's a whole business model called know, like, trust, that people want to like you and all that kind of thing. But I've always been very grateful that he helped me at such a young age to realize that you can be this and be a good person, be a good business woman, without you being disrespected and stressed and all the things. And it has literally been one of the best advice I ever got. So I would love to hear from you all. What has been one of the best pieces of advice you gotten from maybe a mentor, maybe a situation taught you something that you're like, man, this taught me this in business? What is something that has shaped you and helped you become better, show up differently, scale or grow, market, and whatever it might be? What is that piece of advice? I would love to see it below, because you never know. One piece of advice can really and truly help someone say, I've never thought about that. I've never even considered that. And that one piece of advice, like the one I got many, many years ago, that really helped shape everything for me, can be something that can help someone reshape or refine or even bring about clarity in their situation. So post below, share it. I would absolutely love to see some of those. And then I also want to ask you another question. What topics would you like to see featured on our Monday Morning Brew? We're going to start incorporating some business type of things, some personal development still. But if there's some topics you would love to talk about, let me know, because we're going to be shaking things up a little bit going into the fall. We want these conversations to be ones that obviously are encouraging and helpful, challenging, hopefully, in a good way. But we want it to be something that you want to tune into every Monday morning. So let me know if there's topics that you would love for us to feature, and we will definitely do that. But before we log off, I hope you have an amazing, amazing day today. I can't wait to see what business advice shaped you and how it's helped you become a better businesswoman. Tune in again next Monday. We'll be back here at 9:30 a.m. and I cannot wait to see your responses today. I hope you all have an amazing day.